I'm here to report you the news. Oh, that's my bowl. Smells like a bowl. How's it going, everybody? Coming to go pack some of these nugs in here. This is what I need to put in that bowl. Oh, yeah. It's actually kind of dark today. I've actually had to kind of pull out some light resources as much as I can, so sorry for a little bit of the darkness of the video. It's been pouring rain all day. Ended up even sleeping in because I didn't know what time of day it was. Just woke up and I thought it was still really early in the morning. Come to find out it's going on almost 11 o'clock. So normally on Mondays I'll bring you the Legislative Roundup. Today's Tuesday. Well, of course, what does it really matter? It's just a video. At least you know what day it is that I recorded the video, right? But I'm going to go ahead and bring you the Legislative Roundup today. Some really cool stuff going on. So let's take a hit and get into it. Need to clean this guy again. It's getting kind of... Ugh. So, for the Legislative Roundup today, we got on the federal side, and I don't know if I'm saying this right, so bear with me on this name here, the Rohrabacher-Farr Amendment was once again attached to the government spending bill. It keeps the DEA and federal law away from legal businesses within legal states, but unfortunately, this time there was no veterans or banking attached to it whatsoever. So no marijuana baking yet, no veterans allowed to smoke yet, according to the amendment. So they're still sticking with how it's been and how it's been going and pushing it along, but until we actually allow veterans and banking, federal banking, stuff like that, it's going to continue staying in the dark. Washington, D.C., a rider introduced to allow the government recreational cannabis within the District of Columbia was shut down. 1 year before anything, it's going to be 1 year before anything else can move forward. So unfortunately, this rider was actually going to allow recreational use within the District of Columbia, the entire district. That would be a great movement forward. When something like that actually happens, it's kind of like when California recreationalizes. Once that happens here, it's going to be pushed pretty far because Arizona's going to do it, then Nevada, Utah, New Mexico, and it's just going to keep moving forward like a domino effect. So I'll push forward. Let's hope that they actually get it next year when it comes back around. Kentucky, Senator Perry Clark has pre-filed the legislation aimed to legalize recreational marijuana. It's called the Cannabis Freedom Act, and unlike most other places, it's going to be like Colorado, but they will have social restrictions with fines up to $500. So if you were caught in public smoking marijuana after this thing is approved, you can receive fines up to $500. Other than that, with this, if this is approved, you could recreationally use in the privacy of your home. Michigan, MI Legalize is strategically extending their campaign. As of right now, they don't have a huge momentum to get things completely done. And so by extending their campaign, they're able to give themselves more time to get things finished, get things accomplished. They'll be giving an updated strategy on around December 21st. So like yesterday. So basically, within this week, they have an updated strategy, and they should be starting to move forward with their updated strategy. So those of you in Michigan, look out for MI Legalize and see what they're doing. Take a hit real quick as we move forward. It's actually going to be kind of a short one today, not a whole bunch going on. I even had to add an extra story. It's up to you guys to figure out which story was the added story. Florida, Palm Beach decriminalizes. Basically, right now they're looking at for 20 grams and under, you get up to a fine of up to $100. Another thing that's going on in Florida, besides the decriminalization throughout every single county, United for Care has been approved and now is looking to collect 280,000 signatures by February to go on to the 2016 market. So it looks like Florida is pushing to legalize pretty quickly and pretty well right now. Who knows? Florida could be looking at a legal market very soon. Delaware, it's an awkward one there. 21 and older can receive a fine of up to $100 for an ounce or less. If you are 18 to 21 and a second time offender, you can still receive a prosecution. If found in a vehicle with an ounce or less, it would still be considered a misdemeanor. So basically, they do have a form of decriminalization coming in, but unfortunately, it's not really beneficial to anybody. You have to leave everything at home, don't carry it around on you, and don't be 18 to 21. Honestly, they need to get rid of that, because as long as you're 18 to 21, you can still become a criminal. So after the age of 21, you can't work. Remember, we need to get the criminal charges taken away from smoking marijuana. As long as marijuana has these criminal charges attached to smoking it or to being caught with it, these people are becoming felons and being told that they cannot act within a normal society because they have a criminal record. It's like, dude, I just smoked a little pot. I want to work now. California, Sean Parker, our Napster billionaire and leader of the Adult Use Act, has generously donated money to the California Marijuana Policy Project. Lost my own words all of a sudden. So basically, our billionaire here from Napster has donated large amounts of money to another organization looking to legalize marijuana. Basically, their policies are very much alike. So him saying that, hey, I like what you guys are doing, here's money to push it, he's doing a good thing. This is basically a good deed. Maybe it might even have them turn around and say, hey, let's join forces. Let's put our policies together and see what happens. Very smart move by the leading money force behind legalizing marijuana in California. So, like I said, Sean Parker might be our new governor. Wait a minute, no. I mean, might be the guy who legalizes marijuana. Governor Sean Parker. Legalization advocates predict it will cost up to $20 million to get this project off the ground. And it's a good thing to have supporting billionaires to help. So right now, Sean Parker is one of many young entrepreneurs that are out there that are just launching off saying, you know what? We smoke pot. It hasn't affected us. The only difference between us and everybody else is we have the money to support it. There you go. That's it. Just because somebody like me doesn't have the money to say, hey, I want to smoke pot, doesn't mean that they should be criminals for it. While all the time, people like Sean Parker become multimillionaires because, hey, they cracked the corporate code. They figured out what to do. They made money. They put it into profit. They made money and became billionaires. All the while smoking marijuana. Going home, rolling up a fatty and puffing on it. Actors, singers, entertainers, all of them smoking marijuana. So basically, that's all the stuff going on throughout the nation right now. Right now, we're looking at Australia's looking to legalize and is pushing forward with some positive things. Mexico is starting to look at positive ways of legalizing marijuana, and Canada is actually looking to become our model for legalizing marijuana for the entire nation. We might see in the future how it happens, but as we continue forward with the legalizing of marijuana throughout the world, it's becoming a positive thing, not so much of a negative thing. We're shedding a positive light onto the world of marijuana that is showing people and showing these things as what they are, a plant. This right here is not a major drug. There's no chemicals in this. Nothing in here hallucinogenic. That is a flower. Plant dried herb material. Grown from the ground. Fed organic food such as nitrogen and all that other good stuff. All the meanwhile just grown. The sun took care of it. The elements took care of it. And I watched over it. No other drugs can say they do that, because most of them have to have some kind of chemical base laced across in order to get them to move and work. Marijuana doesn't need that. It just needs a seed and water. You can grow some of the crappiest weed, but at least you'll get high off of it. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here like I said. Oh, it looks like I'm actually empty on this bowl. Kind of a short video today, shorter than my 15 minutes of fame I always try to post up, going into 20 minutes and so. Trying to keep everybody up to date as much as I possibly can, because I know how much you guys enjoy hearing what's going on, how things are legalizing. There's still going to be those stories of bad things happening, things that aren't supposed to be happening, cops busting people, even though it's legalizing in their area. They're going to continue fighting against it because in the end, that's how they used to always make their paychecks, and that's what they're used to doing. Just like saying, well, you know what? I've worked my entire life in the restaurant field. I don't think I can do construction. That's a whole new field, going from food to working with wood. So like I tell you guys, dirty looking. That thing is, tomorrow I'm cleaning this thing. Remember, educate before you medicate. You all have a peaceful, positive, and productive day. Coming at you guys.